Why project-based learning? The research on project-based learning supports an increase in student engagement and achievement. And these are very big things when we can engage the student and he feels a sense of achievement. So project-based learning is a direct contributor to how engaged, how involved the student feels in the entire learning process. And it helps the students to build up, to nurture their skills which will prepare them for the outer world and for successful careers. This project based learning is in fact a multidisciplinary pedagogical approach that provides meaningful learning opportunities. There are so many opportunities and we are just throwing open all those opportunities for the students. What, how and how much they imbibe would determine their success in future lives. Whatever they are needing to succeed, all the 21st century skills, the 4Cs, it is expected that this learning approach will help them learn this. It will provide opportunities to engage the students in real world learning. Many a time students say that what we read in the classrooms is very different than what we go. Students come back and tell us. So through such kind of these things, we provide them an interface of real world and they will be better prepared to serve the society, to serve their careers in a more effective manner. Actually, this PBL is different in many senses. It is purpose driven. It has a purpose because you have a project in hand, you know how to work within timelines, you know how to work within cost lines. It is an extended learning and that is primary in present times. Learning beyond the curriculum is very, very important and it is here that this type of learning helps us. It promotes in-depth knowledge throughout the process. Students are inquiring, they are investigating, so they are equipping themselves with in-depth knowledge. The periphery, they have penetrated from the periphery into deeper learning. Expert involvement. Project-based learning involves experts, which sometimes this hat is donned by the teacher. They help the students see it from the expert's lens and they come out of their subject books and they are able to involve in a better way. Innovation. If all this is done in the right sense, in the right spirit, the natural outcome would be innovation in the form of processes, in the form of some methods, sometimes even as a product. Community or global audience. Project based learning, it is beyond the audience of a school, an institute or a university. It goes around. There may be a project related to creating awareness about some social media, some social evil. So it involves community and the students know how to catch hold of such issues, how to interact with the society, and it helps in real grooming. It focuses on audience assessment. The assessment, the answer is not just in the hands of the students and the teacher. It has gone beyond. You have a larger audience, they will be assessing you. So you as a student are growing. You know how to field the different varied interests. It increases the engagement due to purpose, need and meaning. In works, in learning, everywhere, engagement and achievement are very, very important. These are the things which will decide the loyalty, the interest and overall learning, overall experience of the person. So when project based learning is resulting in better student engagement, it is definitely taken, it is definitely a positive thing to be adopted. Moving from this, by now we should be clear that this project based learning will definitely come up with some benefits. To put them together, what are the benefits of project based learning? Very often, traditional learning never ventures beyond the realm of purely academic things. It is this project based learning which will provide the desired link, the connect of the student to the real world. It is actually preparing the students to accept and meet the challenges of the real world, because we are mirroring the situation of what the professionals, what the real world professionals, the corporates, they are doing. So when we mirror that situation, the students would be better prepared. Instead of short term memorization strategies, which the traditional learning requires for examination based, for tests, etc., the project based learning, it provides an opportunity for students to engage deeply with the content, bringing them focus on those things, and this will definitely lead to long term retention. So you can move beyond the rote memory power and you can go in for long term retention. It is this project based learning which also improves student attitude towards education, thanks to the ability to keep the student engaged. The structure of project based learning lends itself to building intrinsic motivation because it centers student learning around an important question, a problem, or a meaningful project. So this all contributes towards the project based learning, students being more susceptible, more acceptable to this method of learning. Daniel Pink, the noted journalist, in his TED talk and influential book Drive, says, it's one of the best sellers, says people are intrinsically motivated by three things: autonomy, mastery, and purpose. We understand them: autonomy when you are doing it yourself, mastery when you are working on it as an expert, and purpose where the result or the objective is clear. So the popular terms like grit and rigor become embedded dispositions when learners sink their teeth into meaningful endeavors. Automatically, he says, they will be prepared for more rigor, they will be more into the project when they have autonomy in the things, they have a purpose. So there it justifies the need of project based learning as a teaching pedagogy. A recent collaborative study conducted by State University of Michigan and University of Michigan suggests that implementation of project-based learning correlated positively with student achievement, particularly in those schools, in those institutions where they were serving larger community, the high poverty community or the larger community. There the engagement has been proved that it was higher. Their research emphasizes the importance of projects being standards aligned and supported with research proven instructional strategies. So it is this entire thing of engagement, alignment with real world situations which makes project based learning a real yes for present teaching. Because of its focus on 21st century skills, the project based learning model also enhances students' technological abilities, which are very important these days. Those who are not technologically savvy, they cannot do it, they cannot adopt the changes of current world. Jennifer Gonzalez, he noted how project based learning helps students develop teamwork, problem solving skills, along with the ability to communicate effectively with others. All those skills which we earlier talked about, these all go to team spirit, problem solving, teamwork. The collaborative nature of projects, it also reinforces SEL, as they say, social emotional learning, because the traditional book learning was only one part, as it is said today. We have to have emotional learning, we have to have societal learning, we have to have all other kinds of learning which are based on this traditional tutored program.